Level Up Your English, Level Up Your Life, English listening practice podcast on real life situations to help you learn naturally and improve in all areas of life. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Level Up English podcast, your favorite place to improve your English and learn about important life skills through interesting conversations.
That's right, Grace. And today, we're talking about something truly powerful. Something that can change your whole experience of learning English and life itself. The power of staying positive.
It sounds simple, doesn't it? Just be positive. But it's much deeper than that. It's a skill, a mindset, and a practice. And it can make a huge difference when you face challenges, especially when you're learning a new language.
Absolutely. Learning English can be tough. Sometimes. You make mistakes, you forget words, maybe you don't understand something. In those moments, it's easy to feel frustrated or negative.
And that's when positivity is like a superpower. It helps you keep going, learn from your mistakes, and see progress, even when it feels slow.
Today, we're going to explore what staying positive really means, why it's so important for English learners, and practical ways you can develop a more positive mindset.
We'll share some ideas, simple techniques, and even some real-life examples. To make this conversation even more helpful for you, we've created a free PDF you can download. It includes comprehension questions, grammar exercises, and all the key points from today's episode, so you can follow along easily and continue improving your English as you listen. Simply check the link in the description to get your copy.
So, stay with us. If you find this episode helpful, please subscribe to the podcast, give us a like, and share it with anyone who might benefit. Your support helps us reach more learners like you.
Also, we invite you to visit our community post section. We regularly share extra grammar tips and helpful English practice activities there, all designed to make learning English easier and more enjoyable for you.
So Grace, let's start with the basics. When we say staying positive, what do we actually mean? Does it mean being happy all the time?
That's a great question, Daniel. And no, it definitely doesn't mean you have to feel happy every single second. Life has ups and downs, and it's normal to feel a range of emotions, including sadness, frustration, or disappointment.
Right. So what is it then?
Staying positive is more about your attitude and your approach to situations. It's about choosing to focus on the good things, even when bad things happen. It's about believing in yourself and your ability to handle challenges.
It's like seeing the glass half full instead of half empty.
Exactly. It's having hope, looking for solutions instead of just problems, and learning from difficult experiences. It's about resilience, bouncing back after a setback.
For English learners, this is so important. You will make mistakes. It's part of the process. A positive mindset helps you see those mistakes, not as failures, but as opportunities to learn.
Instead of thinking, oh, I'm terrible at this, I'll never learn, a positive learner thinks, okay, I made a mistake. Why did I make it? How can I do better next time?
It's a complete shift in perspective. It changes how you feel about practicing, about speaking, and about learning in general.
Beyond just feeling better, staying positive has real, practical benefits for your English learning journey.
Definitely. One big one is motivation. When you're positive, you're more likely to want to study, to practice, to put in the effort.
Think about it. If every time you try to speak, you feel embarrassed and discouraged, you'll stop trying, right? But if you can stay positive, even when it's difficult, you'll be more motivated to keep practicing.
Positivity also helps you handle fear. Many learners are afraid of making mistakes or being judged. A positive attitude can help you overcome that fear and just go for it.
It builds confidence. Every small success, every time you understand something new or have a successful conversation, builds your confidence. and a positive person notices and celebrates those small wins.
And when you're confident, you're more likely to take risks, like speaking to native speakers or trying new things with the language.
Another key benefit is better problem solving. When you face a difficult grammar point or a confusing phrase, a positive mindset helps you approach it calmly and look for ways to understand it. You don't just give up.
It also improves your ability to learn from feedback. If someone corrects your English, a positive person sees it as helpful guidance, not criticism.
This is so true. I've seen learners get defensive or upset when corrected, and that stops them from improving. A positive learner says, "Thanks for telling me. I want to learn."
So in short, positivity fuels motivation, reduces fear, builds confidence, improves problem solving, and makes you more open to learning from others. That's a powerful combination.
Okay, so we know what positivity is and why it's important. Now, how can English learners actually develop a more positive mindset?
It's not always easy, especially when you're feeling down, but there are concrete steps you can take.
One of the first is mindful self-talk. Pay attention to the voice in your head. What are you telling yourself about your English? Is it kind and encouraging or critical and negative?
If you catch yourself thinking, "I'm so bad at this," try to reframe it. Change that thought to something more positive and realistic, like, "This is challenging, but I'm learning and improving every day."
It takes practice, but consciously changing your negative thoughts to positive ones can make a big difference in how you feel.
Another important step is focusing on progress, not perfection. Don't wait until your English is perfect to feel good about it. Celebrate every step forward.
Maybe last month you couldn't understand a certain grammar point, but now you can. Or perhaps you were too scared to speak, but this week you had a short conversation. Those are huge wins.
Keep a journal of your English learning. Write down what you studied, what you practiced, and what you achieved, even small things. Looking back at your progress can be incredibly motivating.
Next is surrounding yourself with positivity. This means the people you interact with and the content you consume.
Spend time with positive friends or language partners who encourage you. Avoid people who are overly critical or make you feel bad about your English.
Also, choose English learning materials that are engaging and make you feel good. Listen to podcasts like this one. Watch movies or videos that you enjoy. Read books that interest you.
When learning feels fun and positive, you're more likely to stick with it.
Our next tip is practice gratitude. Take a moment each day to think about what you are thankful for in your English learning journey.
Maybe you're grateful for access to free resources online, or for a helpful teacher, or even just for the fact that you have the opportunity to learn a new language.
Focusing on gratitude shifts your perspective from what you lack to what you have. It creates a more positive outlook.
And finally, learn from setbacks. When you make a mistake or fail at something, don't let it stop you. Analyze what happened, learn from it, and try again.
This is where those real-world examples come in. Think about successful people you admire. Did they get everything right on the first try? No. They faced countless setbacks, but they learned from them and kept going.
For example, think about Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players ever. He was famously cut from his high school basketball team. Did he give up? No. He used that disappointment as motivation to work harder and prove himself.
Or consider J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books. Her first Harry Potter manuscript was rejected by many publishers before one finally accepted it. Imagine if she had given up after the first few rejections.
These aren't just stories for famous people. This applies to everyday life and learning English. If you have a bad test score, don't just feel bad. Look at what you got wrong, understand why, and study those areas more.
Every mistake is a lesson. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. With a positive mindset, you can turn difficulties into stepping stones. Let's talk about some specific scenarios where staying positive can make a big difference for English learners.
Okay, imagine you're in a conversation with a native speaker and you don't understand a word they use.
A negative reaction might be to panic, feel stupid, and shut down. Maybe even stop trying to have conversations.
But a positive reaction is to stay calm, maybe smile, and say something like, "Excuse me, could you explain that word?" Or, "Sorry, I didn't understand that last part. Could you repeat it?"
That shows you're actively engaged and willing to learn. The other person will likely be happy to help. You've turned a moment of not understanding into a learning opportunity.
Here's another one. You've been studying a lot, but you feel like you're not improving as quickly as you want.
It's easy to get discouraged here. You might think, why am I even trying? This is too hard.
But a positive approach is to acknowledge that learning takes time. Look back at how far you've come. Maybe you can understand more English songs or movies now, or you can write longer emails.
Compare yourself to where you were a few months ago, not to a native speaker or someone who's been studying for years. Celebrate your personal progress.
And if you're feeling stuck, a positive learner seeks help. They might ask a teacher for advice, find a language exchange partner, or look for new learning methods.
One more example. You try to use a new grammar structure and you use it incorrectly.
Negative reaction. Ugh, I always mess up grammar. I'm terrible at this.
Positive reaction. Okay, I used that incorrectly. Let me look up the rule again and try it differently next time.
You can even ask for feedback. I tried to use the past perfect here, but I think it was wrong. Can you explain why?
See the difference? Positivity isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about having a constructive attitude towards challenges and using them to learn and grow.
It's about believing that you can improve and that every effort, even if it involves mistakes, is moving you forward.
Developing a positive mindset isn't a one-time thing. It requires consistent effort, just like learning English itself.
You won't always feel positive, and that's okay. The goal isn't to eliminate negative feelings, but to manage them and choose your response.
Try to incorporate small positivity practices into your daily routine. Maybe it's starting your day by thinking of one thing you're grateful for, or reframing one negative thought you have about your English.
Be patient with yourself. There will be good days and bad days. Just keep practicing, keep learning, and keep trying to see the positive side.
Remember why you started learning English in the first place. What are your goals? Keeping your goals in mind can help you stay motivated and positive when things get tough.
And celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Finished a challenging lesson? High five yourself? Had a short conversation in English? Treat yourself to something nice.
These small rewards and acknowledgments reinforce the positive feelings associated with your learning.
Ultimately, staying positive is a powerful tool that can make your English learning journey more enjoyable, more effective.
It's a skill that will benefit you, not just in learning English, but in all areas of your life.
So our challenge to you this week is to notice your self-talk. When you catch a negative thought about your English, try to gently reframe it into something more positive and realistic.
Hello, English learners. It's Samantha here, and I've chosen 10 words from today's episode that can help you talk about positivity and facing challenges. Let's break them down, one by one. Mindset. A person's way of thinking and their opinions. Example. Having a positive mindset is important for learning. Resilience. Noun, the ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Toughness. Example, positivity helps build resilience when you face problems. Setback, a difficulty or problem that delays or prevents something from happening. Example, don't let a mistake be a major setback in your learning. Perspective, a particular attitude toward or way of regarding something, a point of view. Example, try to look at challenges from a different perspective. Motivation, the reason or reasons for acting or behaving in a particular way. Example, staying positive increases your motivation to study English. Confidence, the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. Example, every small success builds your confidence in speaking English. Challenges, things that are new and difficult, which require great effort and determination. Also used as a verb, challenge. Learning a new language comes with many challenges. Reframe, to change the way something is expressed or understood. Example, try to reframe negative thoughts into positive ones. Gratitude, the quality of being thankful. Example, practicing gratitude can improve your outlook. Consistent, acting or done in the same way over time. Example, consistent practice is key to improving your English. Try using some of these words when you talk or write about your learning experience. Back to you, Grace and Daniel.
Excellent vocabulary. Samantha, thank you so much for breaking those down for us. They are all words we can use every day.
They really are. Learning these words and practicing the techniques we discussed today can truly help you level up your English and your life by harnessing the power of positivity.
We hope you feel encouraged and equipped to face any challenges that come your way with a more positive attitude.
Remember, it's a journey and every step counts.
And if you enjoyed this episode, check out our video on how self-talk can change your life. It goes even deeper into the power of words. Click on this video now or explore more episodes on our channel to keep leveling up your English and your life.